שיר למעלות, סעינה להרים, מאין יבוא עזרי, עזרי מעין.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, with the permission of Hashem, we approach now Rosh Hashanah. But what kind of Rosh Hashanah? It's Rosh Hashanah of the Torah. There is Rosh Hashanah of Parnasa, of health, Briut. It's on Tishri, on the real Rosh Hashanah and Kippur. And there is Rosh Hashanah, a special Rosh Hashanah, it's about the Torah. How much Torah everyone will get? This is something that you have to know. This is something that you have to know. There is Rosh Hashanah, according how much we prepare ourselves to receive the Torah, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you the Torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you what kind, how much He will give you, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up, you know, that before Hashem He give the Torah to the Bnei Israel, they prepared themselves 49 days. Exactly before Hashem He forgive the sin that the Bnei Israel do all year, they prepare themselves 40 days, you know, from Rosh Chodesh Elul till Kippur. So there is here 40 days, here you have 49 days. And those 49 days is a preparation. To prepare what? To prepare yourself. How much you will get. Now, between you and me, what do you mean how much you will get? How much Torah will give you? Hashem will see how much you love the Torah. How much you love Him. Small, a little bit, 1%, 10%. You cannot love Hashem more than there is no limit how much you can love Hashem. So according to how much you prepare yourself to receive the Torah, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you. It's like, if you want a half bottle of whiskey, so you bring a bottle of half bottle. But if you want a gallon of whiskey, you cannot bring a half bottle, because there it's not enough. You need a gallon, so you have to bring a gallon. So it depends how much you prepare yourself to get. According to what you prepare, you get. But what is very important is to have the zichut, the merit to receive the Torah. You should be good with other people. As you know, the student of Rabbi Akiva, all of them pass away. All of them, they die between Pesach and Shavuot. Why? Because they did not give honor to one each other. There was no respect between them. You have to know that here we are talking about big tzaddikim. We are not talking about just ordinary tzaddikim. We are talking about big tzaddikim. But as you know, the more you are tzaddik, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to be more perfect. So they were maybe 1%. They were not as much perfect as they should be among them. So Hashem punished them. But that punishment was not a punishment, just an ordinary punishment. It was a punishment that today hundreds of millions of Jewish people, since the death of the student of Rabbi Akiva about 2,000 years ago, can you imagine how much we've been learning from them? So all what we've been learning from them, it goes to their benefit. It's like you invest money somewhere, and you get interest from the money that you invest. So the Talmidim, the student of Rabbi Akiva, they invested their life. They accepted to be punished. So people will learn how much you have to respect your friend, especially when it comes before you receive the Torah. HaKadosh will not give you the Torah if there is no respect between people, if there is no love between people. That is very, very important for you to know that. And I would like to tell you how much we learn from Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. From Abraham Avinu we learn Chesed. Abraham Avinu, all his life was Chesed, Chesed, Chesed. Yitzhak Avinu, he gave his life for Hashem. So now you understand the Shoah. When Jewish people, they give their life for Hashem with joy. From Yaakov Avinu we learn that no matter what situation you may be, you have to study Torah. Study Torah when you travel, before you go to sleep. Look, from Avraham Avinu we learn a lot of things. From each one we learn something. Now, when there is a Hilulah of a Tzaddik, why we do the Hilul of the Tzaddik? Because when we do the Hilul of the Tzaddik, so we talk about him. And we talk about him, we talk what he did. And because we talk about what he did, so at least maybe we will take a lesson, we will take something to learn from him. All my life, I have the image of my rabbis. I have the image of my grandfather, my father. But most, I have the image of my rabbis. Because for my rabbis, I study Torah. They teach me Torah. My father, he teach me Emunah. He teach me because I saw how much he had Emunah on Hashem. I saw whatever he needed, he prayed. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam shakol yivdor. Amen. From my father, I learned Emunah. Sometimes I would like to tell you this. One day, my mother, she came to my father, she told him, when my father did the immigration to Israel, and they didn't receive yet all the furniture from Morocco. And my mother, it was very, very hot. There was no fridge, no gas, nothing. And my mother, she was with all the children, they were babies, children. And I think my mother, she was pregnant as well. And she said to my father, you wanted to come to Israel? Why, look how we sleep on the floor. At that time, no one knew that my father was in Israel. It was still, he didn't want my father to be known that he was in Israel. After people know. So my father, he told her, Madeleine, tell me what you need. She told him, I need everything. So he said, no, tell me what the urgent, because everything that means the whole furniture is still in the boat. But what you need now urgently? So she told him, I have a list. Here's the list. So my father, alav Hashem, took the list. He looked at the list. And he said, that's it? She started laughing. She said, what do you mean that's it? Of course, this is a list. Okay. My father, alav Hashem, he put the list. And he said, Be'ezat Hashem, please God. I will never forget that. I cannot forget that. 1 hour later, somebody was knocking at the door. So my mother opened the door, and just he said, I heard that Rabbi Moshe Pinto came. Somebody told me. Somebody that he was with him in the plane. And I was just, I don't know, they told me he's here. Do you know where? So she told him, well, it's my husband, he's here. Please do me a favor, can I come just to tell him thank you? Because in Morocco, he gave me a bracha, and Baruch Hashem, I have everything, I have children, just to tell him thank you. So she told him, okay, come, but I'm sorry, we have no chairs, we have nothing, the house is still empty. So my father was sitting, and one chair, broken chair that they find in the house. And he kissed the head of my father, and he told my father, but no one knows that you're here. He said, well, we've been here only for 2 days, and but the house is empty. Yes, we are waiting. Rabbi, tell me, what do you need? Baruch Hashem, I have everything. I have a big supermarket. I sell furniture. I sell everything. And my father, he looked at my mother, and he told her, give me the list that you wrote. This is Emunah. So she was shocked. My mother, she was shocked. And my father was not shocked. For my father, it was normal. He asked from Hashem, that's it. Hashem is sending the one. How this man heard, there is millions of people in Israel, only this man, he meet that one was in the plane, and he told him he went to Ashdod, he's in Ashdod, and that man, he was excited, suddenly he wanted to come to say thank you to my father, and then he told him, Rabbi, first I will send you what you need for today. Give me a few days that you will receive everything. But what is urgent, it's today. This is stories like that. So I learned from my father Emunah. From my rabbis, I learned how to love Hashem, how to love Torah, qualities, good. I have one of my rabbis, Rab Chaim Shmuel, who was very humble. So really, it was very, very, very humble. Very, very. From Rab Kaufman, I learned how much you have to be, connected to the Torah day and night. I learned it that way. And from Rab Shammai, I learned how to collect money for the yeshiva. And he was very ill, and he used to go to South Africa. I even think that he went to Australia. I think, Rab Shammai. I know that he used to go to Australia, to South Africa. He used to go to travel all the time just to bring money for the yeshiva. And don't think that we had good food at that time. But Baruch Hashem, it was enough to feed ourselves. The food that we had at that time, it was just to study Torah. That was our food. We found our... So for everyone we learn something. So you have to know this, that Matan Torah, it's a present that Hashem wants to give us. But that kind of present that Hashem wants to give us, why you call it a present? Usually, if your husband gives you a present, a good present, something, a big diamond or a big watch, I don't know. According to the present that he gives you, you will be happy. And just imagine that if every day he will give you the same present or more, one day you will be sick. One day you tell him, hey, please, enough. I don't know where to put them. One day you will become sick from that. Maybe the first time you will be happy. The second time. But the Torah, it's Matan Torah. The pleasure of the Torah. Every time that you study or you respect the Torah, it's a present, it's a beauty, and the more beauty, and the more, and you can never be sick from that, from that present, that named Torah. Even food. We can take you to the best restaurant in the world. The best food made by the big chief. If you eat the same food from that chief every day, after you're sick, you don't want. That's it. After you ask him, I want a falafel. Give me a sandwich. I'm sick for this. But the Torah, no. The pleasure of the Torah is something that you cannot imagine. This is the secret. That's why we call it Matan Torah, the present of the Torah. But besides the present, we call it as well Kabbalat Torah. Kabbalah is to receive. That means Hashem give you, but you have to receive. So Hashem will give you, but now do you want to receive it? Maybe you will tell me, yes, I want the Torah. Yeah, but there is a difference how you show that you want it. I would like to tell you a beautiful story about the Gaon of Vilna. One day, the sister of the Gaon of Vilna, her name was Miriam. She went with her friend Racheli. Every Friday they collect money for the poor people. Every Friday. And every Friday at midday, they have an appointment with a rich man. He gives them a good donation for the poor people. But that Friday was snowing. The roads were, it was very complicated to walk and to work, it was. And then, but even that, they went to collect the money because poor people need money, need to eat. I mean, for the poor people, there is if it's snow, they have to eat. So, those two tzadkaniyot, they went to the rich man, but they were, because of the snow, so the walking was very, very slow. So then from far away, they saw the rich man coming out from his house to go to work, to go somewhere. And then the friend of the sister of the Gaon of Vilna, she went like this with her hand. He's going, let's hurry up. And they started to call him, Mister, with their hand, Mister. Well, the rich man, he saw them, so every Friday he give them something. He waits. He told them, and they were arrived, they were tired, He told them, I know that it's a big sacrifice that you did today to come for the donation for the poor people because it's snowing. But here's my donation. I give you more. You did an effort, I do an effort. Okay, the story finished. But Racheli, few years later, she was very, very ill. She was old lady, and then she was dying. And the sister, her friend, the sister of the Gaon, she came to visit her, and she told her, do me a favor. We've been together all life. We did a lot of mitzvot all our lives. We took care of the poor people all the time. And now you're going to go first. I know you have Olam Haba. I know that you will go to Gan Eden. Do me a favor. Once you're there, come to my dream and tell me what's going on up there. Where are you up there? What I am up there? Please do me a favor. So she smiled, and then a few days later she passed away. A month later, she came to the dream of her friends. So her friends, the sister of the Gaon, told her, it took you a long time, 1 month, to come to tell me. I thought that you forgot me. She said, no, I didn't forget you. But don't think it's easy that to tell you what's going on. I'm not allowed, because this is a surprise. She told her, when a husband brings you a present, it's a surprise. You don't know what he brings you. It's a surprise. Up there, no one knows. But one thing they allow me to tell you. That up there, that means she was talking to her from up there. Here in Gan Eden, the judgment of Hashem is not the same judgment that you may imagine. People think you do a mitzvah, you do it well, you get a reward for the mitzvah that you did. But here, you don't do that calculation. They calculate even the movement, how you do it. You know, today, there is some electronic things that they can see movement slowly. I mean, you do a slow movement, but sometimes that movement that you do with your hand, it could be, there is something, we don't have the eyes to see what is moving with my hands. There is, when I move my hand, it's all my body that move. It's all, I mean, there is the circulation of blood, the heartbeat. There is, you only see your hand moving, but what you see, this is only an imagination, because when your hand is moving, it's all your body is moving. That means you think you did a mitzvah, they pay you for the mitzvah. Racheli, my friend, you remember when we went to see that rich man on Friday? Yes. You remember when he came out from his house and I told you, and I pointed out with my hand, I told you, look, he's there. And we started to run a little bit. Yes. So that movement that I did with my hand, they give me a reward for that 1,000,000 times more than the mitzvah that I did. Because a lot of times when you do a mitzvah, this mitzvah came, you only think about the mitzvah that you did, but you don't think about all what the body, the participation that the body did with this mitzvah. So every movement, everything that you do, look, when a lot of times, once a year, I do, check the heart, and you see how the heart is beating. You have no imagination. You listen, bam, by this bam, there is already a lot of signs, a lot of signs. It's incredible. And today there is some machines, you have, for 1 minute of the examination, they give me 20 papers of movement in 1 minute. That means the heart is doing bum. Can you imagine when you go to do a mitzvah and you do effort, how many billions of mitzvot you are doing? This is the Torah. Now, it's depend. Hashem, He give you the Torah. But Hashem, He want to see how you prepare yourself. I mean, what it is the investment that you do to receive it. Just it's Shavuot, or really you want it. So Hashem will watch you. The way, how much you move, how much you think. I mean, for us, it's nothing. It's Shavuot, Shavuot, we're going to receive the Torah. It's nothing. No. According to how much you love the Torah. So one day, there was a man who he asked his wife, he told his wife, can you tell me how much you love me? Because I see all the time you are with your mother. All the time we are. So that means you love your mother more than me. So she told him, no, my mother, she's my mother. Yeah, but the way I see you talk to your mother, so she told him, why? Because I live with you. My mother, she's in Australia. My mother, she's in America. My mother, she's not with me. So it's something else. I mean, we live together. You are my half. You understand? So it was a right answer. But this is a true story. That man, one day he came, he told me, Rabbi, I don't know if my wife, she loves me or not, because I feel she's good with her brothers, with her mother. I I told him, did you ask her? He said, yes, that's what she told me. So I told him, you have to believe her. She's right. I mean, this is normal. You are together. So you know what he said? He said, I would like to see when he will die, would she have the pain or not? I told him, are you crazy to think this? He said, but just to know. She said, how can you know? At the time you die already, so what do you mean? But you know what happened? That man, he died in an accident because he opened his mouth. I promise you, his wife, she become crazy. She told him, now I cannot tell you how much I love you. You know that I love you. And but I mean, he cursed himself to die to see if really his wife. But I told him, by the time that you die, you will never know. She loves you. Otherwise, what does she do with you? This is this earth. This is the way what's going on here. But with Hashem, if we told him, I love you, that we say in Shema Israel, Ve'avta et Hashem Elokecha, you have to love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with your money, you have to love her. That means, if there is a mitzvah to do, you have to do it. Well, this is our declaration to Hashem 3 times a day. But between you and me, do we love Hashem? Hashem, He knows. He knows. You know why He knows? Hashem, to know how the heart beats, we need machines. Big machines. We can know exactly in 1 minute what's going on in your body. Hashem, He don't need the machines. He look. Because Hashem is the boss. It's Hashem who creates you. He don't need the machine to know if you love Him or not. He knows. He knows. He knows. So when we prepare ourselves to receive the Torah, He knows how we will prepare ourselves. He knows if we prepare or not. So that's why on Shavuot, according to our emunah on Hashem that we had Pesach, according to our preparation from Pesach to Shavuot, things repairing bad things, our qualities, and learning from the student of Rabbi Akiva that passed away during this time because there was no respect between them, and we learn from them, and then we are excited to receive the Torah. Hashem, He knows. Hashem, He knows. He has the machine. Ayn Roa. There is eyes who look at you. Not only looked at your superficie, your outside. He look your inside too. Ayn Roa. Ve'ozeh shomat. And Hashem, He listens to everything you say. And all what you do, it's written. So you cannot miss with Hashem. With Hashem, you can't joke with me. You can't joke with somebody else. You can do all kind of your declaration to somebody else. True or not true. With Hashem, you can't mess around with Him. He knows everything. He knows because He made you. He made you. He knows you. You can hide yourself in the billions of rooms in a way that nobody can see you, but Hashem, He knows what you're doing. He knows when it's dark, when it's not dark, when you sleep. When you sleep, you sleep. And you don't know what's going on with you when you sleep. But there is somebody who watch you that you will wake up in the morning. Hashem. So this is the preparation. A lot of people, they may get wrong. They may think we prepare ourselves to receive the Torah, but really they don't prepare nothing. Because to prepare yourself to receive the Torah, if you take a plane, if you want to travel, you have to make sure that you have your seat in the plane. Just imagine, you have only one plane from Australia to Israel once a year. Just imagine. Once a year, that means you have to make sure you must have a ticket, and every time you call the company, yes, you are. It's not just telephone, please book me, and I will come to pick up. No, it's not. To receive the Torah on Shavuot, it's not a joke. It's not something that, it's not, it's once a year, Matan Torah. Once a year. The present that Hashem give you, the pleasure of the present, it's once a year. It's on Shavuot. So we should not miss it. And then, once He give you the Torah on Shavuot, from that Torah that He give you, you will get every time presents. The Torah itself, she will give you presents. She will give you presents. That's what we say. Torah magina matzuli. Torah protects. This Corona, on one hand, it's good. On the other hand, it's not good. She made too much damage. A lot of rabbis die. In Morocco, in France, in America, in Israel. In America, a lot of rabbis pass away. In France too. A lot of my friends, they pass away with this Corona. A lot of people. Can you imagine 400,000 people die in the world? About 3,000 Jews in France pass away with this Corona. But what we learned from this Corona, it's that a lot of people did Teshuvah. Because people have nothing to do. So they've been confined in the house for 3 months. So they listen to Shiurim. I do Shiurim non-stop. And Baruch Hashem, thousands of people, they are listening. And they do Teshuvah. There is some people who told me, I was married for 20 years and I did not know my wife. Since 2 months and a half that I'm in the house, I started to know who is she. And she deserves really a good present, but I want to buy her a present, but I'm not allowed to go out. So I told him, so give her a check. But I told him, give her a check. But the check should be a good check, not a false check. And really, children as well. A lot of people started to know their children. They did not them before. So on one hand, from bad things, something good come out as well. And especially now, Baruch Hashem, I think this year we will prepare ourselves for Shavuot more than last year. Because a lot of Jews, thousands of Jews, discovered Hashem during these 3 months. Bemet, a lot. So maybe the Shavuot of today, like Pesach, the Pesach that we've been through was not, it was good and bad. Good, Baruch Hashem, we did it, but bad with no family, just alone, an empty table, no guests, no family. Usually we are 70 people for Pesach. Usually I go to a place with 1,000 people. And now, no synagogue, nothing, everything is closed. But maybe Hashem, He did that to appreciate Him, to know at least that He's the boss. He can paralyze the world in 1 minute. He can take the parnasa from somebody and give it to somebody else. He can give to somebody. He can take from this one. And the life is in his hand. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. I was in New York 1 week before they closed the borders. I was in New York. And I remember some people came to see me and they died from the corona. And I was 1 meter from them, 1 meter from them, with no mask, nothing. And when they came to see me, they had the corona. And one of them, Alex Klein, one of them, poor man, he was at Tzaddik. I saw his face. I told him, are you okay? And we stayed together for half an hour. It was not good. And he passed away a week later from the corona. And by the time they took him to the hospital, it was too late. Baruch Hashem, that I was not contaminated by him and by other people, others. Baruch Hashem. There was somebody that I told him, don't come to see me. And he listened to me. Then I started to think, why I told him don't come to see me? Because maybe that he will not be contaminated through somebody else, who knows? But anyway, Shavuot approach, and Be'ezat Hashem, we will receive a donation, a present from Hashem, Torah and Shabbat, and Hashem will give us how much He will give us for this year. Because the Torah is here. The Torah is not up there, it's here. So Hashem, He sees you according to what you do, according to how much you love Him. And Hashem is going to check you. It's going to make you pass to this machine, IRM, this bullet machine, to scan all your body. A scan. And Hashem is scan you. He scan the brain, the heart, how much your body is warm to accept the Torah. And according to that, my friend, today, the doctors knows everything about the body. I mean, if they want to know exactly, they put you on a scan, RM, whoop, and they have all the skeleton, all your body, everything. So Hashem, He don't need that. Hashem, the scan of Hashem, it's 1 billion times more than the scan that they can do to you here, the doctors. Hashem, He knows everything. And He knows how much your body, how much movement, how much you are excited for the Torah. And according to that, He will give you. I would like to finish with, there was a man, he wanted to see a rabbi because he had a big problem of halakha. And the rabbi told him, this halakha, it's I have no answer for you, but if you come tomorrow, I give you the answer. But that man was in a hurry. So he went back to his place, and he went to ask another rabbi, a big rabbi. And that big rabbi, he told him the answer, quick, bam, 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 answer. He was very shocked. Yesterday, I went to that rabbi, he didn't give me an answer. And this rabbi, he gave me an answer in 1 minute. Okay? Okay. One day, he meets him, the first rabbi. So the first rabbi told him, hey, I saw you few months ago. You came to ask me a question and you never came for the answer. So now the man, he wanted to know what kind of answer he will give him. So he told him, well, what it is the answer? So he told him the answer. So he told him, well, wow, this is the answer that he gave me, the rabbi of my city. Okay. Baruch Hashem, this is the answer. So that man, when he came back to the city, he went to the second rabbi, which he was a big one. He told him, Rabbi, you remember a few months ago, I asked you a question, and you give me an answer. A very complicated question. He says, yes. You know, Rabbi, that there is another one that is not very well known, that the first time I asked him, he had no answer, and I saw him yesterday, he gave me an answer, like yours. When the rabbi heard this, he said, wow, if he give you the same answer like me, that means he must be a big tzaddik. So I have to see him, because the question you ask me, it's not an easy question. It took me a lot of times to give you an answer. And this man, so he went to see the rabbi. So the first rabbi, when he saw the big rabbi came, he said, Rabbi, who I am that you came to see me? So he said, no, it's okay. I want just to ask you, who are you? Who I am? Nothing. I'm a small rabbi. I'm nothing to compare you. You are the tzaddik. I am nothing. But who are you? Because there was somebody who came to ask you a question. You told him to come. He didn't come. He came to ask me the question. It took me 2 weeks to give him an answer. And you give him the same answer as me. So who are you? He said, Rabbi, you want to know something? The question that he asked me, I had no answer. I prayed to Hashem. I cried to Hashem. Hashem, please help me to have an answer. And accidentally, I stand up. I took a book. I opened the book. And I saw there the question and the answer. So now the rabbi told him, so you had to cry to understand the Torah. If you have to cry to understand the Torah, you are not a rabbi. A rabbi is that you have to study to understand, not to have things easy. Look, there is a difference between somebody who win the lotto, he's become millionaire, and somebody who work all his heart to become millionaire. Who is the best? The one who win the lotto, or the one who has been a hard worker to make the money? Of course. The one who work hard to make the money, he is the best. That man, he will not lose his money. But the one who won the lotto, the same way he won the lotto, he can lose it. Because he has no value. The value of the Torah is when you make effort to understand it. Not when you have everything easy. Today, unfortunately today, you have a question, you click on the internet, you have an answer. At the time, the rabbis, they had to study to find out an answer. So the Torah, this is Shavuot. Shavuot Hashem, He don't want people click and understand. No. Like Mr. Elo, it's very, very good that you listen Shi'ori Torah. But what is very important is when you study, when all of you try to understand, to make an effort to understand. This is Shavuot. Shavuot Hashem, you want to see you how much you invest yourself, your body, to understand the Torah, to love the Torah. So Hashem will give you. But if you want easy Torah, easy money, easy, everything easy, so He will give you easy things. Maybe He will not give you nothing. Hashem, He will give you according to what you invest, according to how much. Hashem is scan you. He see your body, how much your body is in fire. How much is in fire? The more fire there is, you can, the heat, the hot, it's hot. The more. So my friend, I would like to wish you bracha, be'atzlacha, briut, panasa tova, and God bless you.
אדוני ישמור לך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך, אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך מעתה